Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Art Nouveau Tarot by Matt Myers, Supportive Oracle Cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle Cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. I think it's Raish. I've said it a few different ways, and I feel like different people have said to say it different ways. But I want you to see how you spell her name. That way, if you want to find anything else she does, you can find her stuff. Okay. What do we have for Taurus? That's cool. Not very many of those first cards, but what's going on between you and them? Okay. When I'm coming into this energy, I feel like the first thing I'm connecting to is the creation card on your side. I feel like it's almost like something was starting to kind of fall apart. Something was not working right. Something was falling apart. And you just kind of stepped in and said, "Oh, hold on." It's kind of like something was starting to kind of come out. It's almost like I don't see the tower. I don't really feel the tower card, but I almost feel like you saw something like it was starting to tip. It was starting to like get a little bit unstable, and you were like, whoa, wait. Let's do this a little bit different. Let's fix this. Let's move things around. Let's get some extra supports in here. Let's put this over there. Let's take some weight off of this. Let's do this over here. Like the creation is like you got very creative in how you fixed this situation, but you did stabilize it. When you did that, recovery, destiny, and gossip are showing up in the environment. Now, all three of these cards are very interesting. Recovery first, you help the situation from falling apart. So it recovered. I don't know, is that really that white, or is it just the way it's showing up on the camera? The next two come in together. Destiny and gossip. The gossip is weird because I don't think it's bad. I think it's a very positive thing, but the gossip, I think it's positive. It's weird. It's kind of like somebody stepping in and saying, "Oh, it wasn't really that bad. They just corrected some things that they just didn't like, but it wasn't really that bad." It's not like somebody's talking negatively. Like, I don't know. Is that negative though? It's weird. It's kind of like it wasn't really that bad. They just wanted to get in there because those things needed to be changed. So they just used it as an excuse to do things that needed to be done anyway. Like those things needed to be done. They just pushed it forward to get it done faster. It's not really bad, but it's not really on point either. Because it really, like, it could have become a problem. And they technically could be right that it could have gone a little farther before it became a big issue. But still, it did need to be fixed, and you did make it correct. I'm also getting these two cards. The Two of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles. More choices are branching off from fixing this. Like you step in, all right, restabilize this, move some weight around, blah, 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 blah. You did what you had to do. New situations are coming forward that people want to be a part of, and I'm getting like new things have to be done. Now that we have this restabilized here, now that we've moved the weight around, we got to do something a little different here with the situation. So here's what we need to do. And people are making off-the-cuff decisions. When this is happening, there's a disconnect. You do have isolation on your side with the Four of Wands and Strength. And here is the isolation card. All of this coming in at once is telling me you're realizing that they have to own it themselves. They have to own it themselves. They have to decide what they want to do with it. That's fine. You helped restabilize it. You're still a part of the situation, but you seem to accept very easily, like they're going to do what they're going to do. I know how they are. I know how that goes. I'm not surprised. That's fine. It's almost like it's not just expected. It's kind of like what was going to happen. It's kind of like, oh yeah, that's next. That's going to happen. That's okay. Four of Wands is telling me you're fine, but you're also kind of like, I'd like to be more a part of those decisions. I'd like to be the one kind of saying this should or that shouldn't. I'm not really in that. I'm kind of isolated off from it, but this is how this works. Seven of Cups comes in with the Ten of Pentacles. A lot of ideas in the environment. A lot of things. We could do this. We could do that. Working things through, deciding what needs to happen next, going forward, what needs to happen here, what needs to happen there. But the Seven of Cups is telling me To stabilize the situation, somebody's coming back towards you. Nah, maybe not. Somebody is, there's a stability factor, but it might not be you. It might not be you, but somebody else is saying, all right, wait a minute. The Taurus helped us stabilize this. We're not going to put ourselves back in a direction where we're starting to go out of balance again. We didn't fix that just so that we can screw it up again later. So let's look at what the Taurus did. Let's look at why they did it. It was going to become a problem. It needs to stay on path and not head that direction again. We're not going to go back that direction. So I don't think this is you pushing that, but somebody else is saying, listen, the Taurus did this for a reason. They may not be here and part of this part making these decisions, but they did the right thing. And they did a lot of stabilizing here. And we need to think about what they did and why. And we got to work with that. So that's the Seven of Cups, kind of like we need to stabilize this, but we need to think about what we're doing. There's a lot of communication going on here. You are connected to this because I feel like people are going to be asking you, wait, why did you do that? Why did you stabilize that way? Why did you move this over here like this? What? And you'll easily say, well, it was starting to lean. And if it leans too far, it's going to fall over. If we don't move the weight over there, it's only going to be a temporary fix. Sooner or later, that weight will keep it moving over again. If we don't stabilize it at the same time, what the damage that was already done will just also continue too. We have to fix both at the same time. This, that, and the other thing. You have easy answers for it. Easy answers in the sense of you know why, and you can talk to it without a problem. Easy in the sense of like you know the answer. You know the answer. That's why I would call it an easy answer. This goes back and forth. Your information is very valuable to whoever you're dealing with. Somebody is, I want to say they're kind of an ally. They're more an ally to the actual situation itself. And your connection to it is very intelligent. It makes sense. Very intelligent. Why did I bite my tongue when I did that? Your information is correct. It's not just intelligent. It's correct. And they know it. And they believe in you. So they want your influence to stay. But somebody else, this other influence who is very similar to yours, similar, not the same, also sees the value of the stability and wants to keep it and looks at it like that. We need to keep this stable. I want this stable. It's going to stay stable. We need to make it stable. Their energy might be a little bit more harsh than yours, by the way. It's a general read. Take that with a grain of salt. The next card that comes in is the Nine of Cups. People are getting along. Things are working out very well. When the next phase comes in, you have been listened to. You have been honored. If there's weird gossipy energy going around you, kind of like, oh, that was a little over the top, or oh, it didn't need to be like that, ignore it. Because there might be a little manipulation factor going on there. Just ignore it. The right person seems to be connecting to it. Because when all is said and done, I'm getting gratitude on your side. Things are working out the way they need to. And I feel like you're seeing the stability of the situation. It can't all be, it can't be sunshine roses. It can't be frills and fun. It can't all be that way. It just cannot. If we do it that way, we're going to go back to that same problem we had before. And if it goes that way too long, boom, it falls over. We will take this situation, we will turn it into a tower situation. The tower situation is where things completely obliterate and fall over, then they have to be rebuilt. The reason that even happens is because something was incorrect. Something was built incorrectly, and that's why it got so far out of balance, it just has to completely wash out, and then you have to start over anew. And you're like, listen, I'm not about creating a tower moment. I'm about creating stability and keeping things going. I don't want a tower moment. Most people don't want tower moments. But still, it's kind of like if you can prevent it from ever happening, that's where you are all day, all night. Like, all right, if we can prevent it from ever happening, let's do that. I'm all about that. There are some people around the situation with the complacency where they're like, yeah, but I liked it better when we were able to do this, or the frills and fun and the sunshine roses and all the good things, and we could just ignore the actual hard parts of the situation. I liked ignoring the hard parts. I mean, people like to ignore the hard parts sometimes. It's true. Whatever. Wherever you want to go with that. But that's not going to work. Complacency is telling me like they don't like that they have to do it the right way, but they are. The situation in its entirety has the Queen of Cups. everybody's coming together. I'm feeling like this is actually going to work out very well. Somebody else, I'm getting, again, there's another factor here that's keeping the stability in play. As long as stability is here, the situation is very good, could be very lucrative depending on what you're dealing with, but everything is stabilizing and staying stable. The Queen of Cups is telling me that everybody is happy. Everybody's like getting their fair share, it kind of feels. Also be aware of this complacency. If somebody's constantly complaining that they don't like this or they don't like that, you might want to look a little closer, because they might be more of that grasshopper feel, kind of like they don't really want to be the one that plans for the winter. They just want to have fun today, and just whatever happens, happens, until they're suffering out in the cold, and they're like, somebody take care of me. And they're like, and everybody else is like, well, you didn't want to help. You didn't want to plan for the winter, so, why should we take care of it? Like, here, you can have this crusty old piece of bread. You're not getting the good food, though, because you didn't help. Be aware of that energy is what I'm getting. You might want to just zero in and realize what that person's really all about. I don't know if you can help them kind of like get on point with stuff, but like some people where they're still complaining after the fact and things are really good, there might just be a discord energy that no matter what they're connected with, they might just bring discord with them. Just keep that in mind. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.